Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Itachi adopted Naruto part 6. Last time we left off with Naruto and Sasuke actually having a fight after, Naruto was actually in his Mei form, in when he transformed, and Sasuke was really jealous about her being this strong when no one really knows anything about her. But then Naruto beats him, and yeah, he kind of gave away that he had a sharingan, but he made up an excuse saying that he actually used genjutsu on Sasuke, and Sasuke lost from the very beginning, and Sasuke was embarrassed, and he went back, and Naruto was there, and Sasuke, be careful with the with your Mangekyo abilities. I know you actually used it on a tree, and Sasuke's okay, and he went off, and then Naruto actually convinced Itachi on teaching Sasuke how to use his Mangekyo Sharingan. He doesn't have to show him how to, he can just make up an excuse that you had a friend or something. And yeah, so Itachi says, alright, I'll do that. But while that was happening, usually at this time, Kakashi would have actually gave that little speech, give up on, believe me, that little speech, believe me, revenge is not the right path and everything. Yeah, so that should have happened now, but since Kakashi never really had to stop anything, Sasuke, sorry, my bad. Sasuke was actually gone back to his home, getting ready to train. He goes out and starts training with his Mangekyo abilities. He doesn't use the Amaterasu or anything. He actually tries to use the Susanoo for once, which he kinda was able to do it because he saw a little spark of light coming from the around him, not from around him, and he was happy that he was making progress, and Itachi was seeing this. But then, out of nowhere, the Sound Four actually appear, and they offer Sasuke to return his curse mark and to actually join Orochimaru, and he'll get power. Orochimaru will teach him how to use the Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke says no from the very beginning, and this kind of pissed off the Sound Four, and they were like, alright, if you don't want to come, you will have to take it with force. And this is when Itachi actually came in, and he's like, yeah, I'm good, bro, you ain't taking me, little brother, are you mad? And what he does is that he appears out of nowhere, and actually knocks all of them out. Well, nearly knocks them out. He fights them off, and they actually retreat because they realize that this man is too strong. They don't know who he is, but he's just way too strong. So Itachi actually used the Fireball Jutsu, the Fire Phoenix Jutsu and everything. He didn't use the Mangekyo abilities or anything, but even without the Mangekyo Sharingan, Itachi is actually really strong. Anywho, Sasuke was really impressed by this man's strength, and he's like, whoa, this guy's so strong. I wouldn't have been, even if I used the Mangekyo Sharingan, I wouldn't have been able to take them on. And then Itachi turns around. Of course, he's in his Goto form. You know how he uses his transformation jutsu, and he says, so you are the famous Sasuke Uchiha, aren't you? And Sasuke is like, famous? I wouldn't say. I'm just the last survivor of the Uchiha clan. What do you want? And Sasuke was just trying to act cool, and then Itachi's like, there's no need to act cool. I'm only here to offer you something. And Sasuke's like, what? And he's like, I'll offer you knowledge, but as long as you become my student. And the Sasuke's like, me becoming your student? Never. I already got my master, Kakashi Sensei. Yeah, so then Itachi's like, well, I can give you knowledge about the Mangekyo Sharingan and how to utilize it to its full potential. And Sasuke was confused, and he's like, what do you mean? And then Itachi went on to say that, oh, it's easy, it's simple. I had a friend that had the Mangekyo Sharingan, but he got massacred in the clan when the clan got killed. But he did tell me a few secrets about the Mangekyo and how to utilize it. And I guess me giving you the knowledge that I've gained from him is just a little remembrance for him, since he was a pretty strong Uchiha. And Sasuke is like, who was this, huh? And he's like, Shisui Uchiha. I'm not sure when he died, but according to some data I have accumulated, it was Itachi Uchiha. In fact, I have a grudge against him. I shall kill him one day. And Sasuke really vibed with this, because he wants to kill Itachi as well. And then Sasuke explains that what happened to him, that his best friend got taken away, someone he considered as a brother, and his family got killed by his own brother, and now he wants to kill him and wants to find out what really happened to Naruto. Anyway, Itachi starts teaching Sasuke on how to use it, on not to use it too much first of all, or you're gonna go blind. And Sasuke is there a way to stop this from happening? And Itachi is like, oh, you have to steal your own brother's eyes for your Mangekyo Sharingan to evolve to the next stage, the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. It has been stated by many people that the only person who really used the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan was Madara Uchiha. And Sasuke has heard of this name before, and he's like, just who is this Madara Uchiha? And Itachi didn't want to show him, but he's like, let me just tell him, or he's going to find out that I have a Sharingan. Yeah, so he tells Sasuke about who Madara Uchiha was, and the whole history of between him and the first Hokage fighting, and in the end him dying. According to people, he's dead, but he did actually die. He actually survived for many decades after, and then he died out of old age. I believe like a year after, a few months after taking in Obito. Anyway, that's a long time, just saying, because that's during the third Great Ninja War, and I'm pretty sure Tobirama led the first Great Ninja War for the Leaf. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyway, Sasuke trains with Goto and Itachi for a full day, and he's made immense progress. And even Naruto was spying on him, well, watching from a distance, and he was seeing that Sasuke was making big progress. And yeah, so Naruto decides that he should go and help him out as well. And one day, 3 days later, he actually goes off to help. Just saying now, 3 days later is when Itachi and Kisame should have been in the village, when Kakashi got put under Genjutsu. Yeah, this should have happened now, but I'll say that, you know how instead of Itachi I gave someone else? I'm pretty sure, because Itachi wasn't in, the only reason Orochimaru left the Akatsuki was because of Itachi. But since Itachi's not in it, I'm pretty sure Orochimaru would have stayed. So I'll say that Orochimaru rejoins after leaving, and says, and this time even Kabuto joined, and Kabuto and Kisame were the ones to actually check up on the village and see if the Nine-Tails Ninja is still there, but of course they don't know. Anyway, they come, and of course Kakashi, Asuma, Kuronai try to fight them off, and it's actually working pretty well. Kuronai put Kabuto under Genjutsu, but then, well, she thought she did, but then she realized he's immune because of his medical ninjutsu. It's just like Sakura. And yeah, so they are losing currently. Kakashi thought of using his Mangekyo Sharingan against Kisame, but remember, Kisame is 7th gate guy level, and 7th gate guy, just by him powering up, can shake the whole of Turtle Island. Bloody hell, that's kind of mad, Anyway, so of course Guy appears, even Goto, Sasuke, and Mei, Naruto and Itachi appear as well, and they realize Itachi and Naruto realize who this is, and just saying, Jiraiya has actually gone out to go get Tsunade because he's been offered the 5th Hokage spot. Because remember, Hiruzen nearly died in the last fight if it wasn't for Itachi, and the Akatsuki actually did find out about Itachi being in the village but leaving, and not many people knew in the village, only the Akatsuki, because Orochimaru told them. Sasuke didn't know that Itachi was in it, and the only reason they knew is because Itachi actually stopped using his transformation and used the Totsuka blade because that needed quite a bit of chakra. And just saying, Itachi's healed, if anyone forgot about that. Anyway, of course, Kisame and Kabuto actually escape in the end, and by this time, Jiraiya has actually found Tsunade, and Tsunade's actually been offered her loved ones back for Orochimaru's arms. Well, I'm joking. That never happened. Orochimaru was meant to be sealed away, but of course he came back with a curse mark. Remember, he can do that. So technically he's still alive. He can't be sealed away because he gave so many people curse marks, and he can just come back each time a bit weaker, but still come back nonetheless. And now Jiraiya a day later comes back to the village with Tsunade. Wait. Oh, I messed up my script. 1 second. Sorry. Guys, I'm really sorry. I messed up a bit on my script. I completely forgot that Tsunade was still here. So it's not much. Nothing really changes. It's just that Jiraiya would be in the village. Yeah, it's not much of a change. I'm sorry, guys. That was my accident. Really unprofessional. And I would re-record this, but I'm trying to make an hour long, and it's pretty hard to rewrite the whole script. I'll see. I'll change it midway because I'm reading anyway. Let's keep going. A few days pass, and this is when Naruto, Itachi, and Jiraiya had to leave. And yeah, so Sasuke didn't leave the village here, and this means Naruto never really had his, the whole arc, the Sasuke retrieval arc never happened. Even the thing, what's it called, the character development of Shikamaru. Remember, Shikamaru had a massive character development when he nearly lost all the teammates he was in charge of in that mission, and he nearly lost his own life. Of course, Neji, Kiba, even Choji got a little life lesson of ninjas, because they realized that ninjas could die at any moment in a mission, and that really changed them quite a bit, because that kind of motivated them to become stronger. But of course, they will keep striving on to become even stronger than now, because they realized that even during the attack they really couldn't do anything to help, and they kind of felt useless, and they want to get stronger. Of course, because Team 7 is pretty much the most OP team right now, and Hinata is actually getting stronger, which actually motivates Neji on keep striving on. And of course, because Hinata was trained by Naruto himself as well. Anywho, now Naruto leaves, and this is where the story starts changing. Over the 2 years, over the 2 year gap, when Naruto actually mastered his Sage Mode training, and something happened, is that Sasuke actually became a Chunin, nearly a Jonin. He's close to Jonin rank, but Sasuke actually got kidnapped by Orochimaru and his men. Of course, Jugo was there, and Jugo was helping instead of Kimimaro, because Kimimaro actually is dead by now, because it's been over a year. It's just mid-year, like a year in Naruto's 2 year training that should have happened. 2.5 year training. Anyway, of course, Hiruzen alerts Itachi, which pisses off Itachi. And Itachi, Naruto, and Jiraiya were actually close to the village, and they actually returned to find out. And of course, here the same team was put together, just that this time Itachi and Naruto were in it as well. Well, Mei and Goto. So here, since Tsunade is in charge of the village now, she puts Naruto in charge of the mission, because she knows how strong Naruto is. He knows the flying Raijin, and he's pretty freaking OP. Anyway, Sasuke, well, Naruto already had a ceiling formula on Sasuke, so he could have just teleported there, but he's not sure on how many people would be there, so he asked for Goto to come with them, because Tsunade knows who Goto is. So Itachi wasn't meant to be in it. Itachi was actually meant to just stay in the village and wait, but Itachi didn't want that to happen, and Naruto knew that if he teleports there, he doesn't know what to expect. Maybe Orochimaru, maybe the whole Akatsuki are there, because they did find out Orochimaru joined the Akatsuki. So if Naruto's there and Naruto gets captured, they get the Nine Tails. So technically, it's a no-no for them. Anyway, so Itachi, Shikamaru, Naruto, well, Mei and Goto instead of Naruto and Itachi, Kiba, Akamaru, Shino's there as well, Choji and Neji. So they all teleport. Even Jiraiya would have went, but Jiraiya had to stay back in case Orochimaru actually used this as a diversion for all the strong Jonin to get out of the village while he attacks it. So they don't want to risk anything. So Naruto and his team, the Sasuke retrieval team, Sasuke is still fainted. They all go and they teleport. And they teleport on top, well, in front of, behind, not in front of, behind the Sound 4 and Jugo, and of course, Jugo, because those guys were in Akatsuki yet. They will be in the Akatsuki soon. Anyway, sorry, I forgot to mention, even Suigetsu is there. So, they encounter all 6 of them. The Sound 4 and Jugo and Suigetsu. Jugo actually has a Sasuke on his back, inside the barrel. So then Itachi says, give Sasuke Uchiha back or die on the spot. And Naruto, Naruto kind of, everyone there felt the bloodlust coming from Itachi. And of course the Sound 4 like, no, we won't give him back. And this is when Itachi got pissed, and he's like, alright then, I guess you guys want to die. And what he does is that he body flickers towards Suigetsu, and he didn't know much information about Suigetsu, and this is when Naruto's like, no, because he knows that a ninja shouldn't attack another one without any information. What if that ninja is full of paper bombs, and what if he's a suicide ninja? Who knows? Anyways, Itachi did not know anything about Suigetsu. So as soon as he tries to actually cut his head off, Suigetsu turns into water. Yes, remember I'm pretty sure it was a Kekkei, or maybe whatever. Anyway, Suigetsu actually turns into water and then returns behind him and tries to actually strangle, headlock Itachi, and then allow someone to finish him off. But as soon as he tried it, Itachi turned into crows. His substitution jutsu, you know it. And he returns to his team, and of course, Shikamaru's we know one of their abilities now. One of them can turn into water. This will be hard, I'm pretty sure of it. And of course, everyone, Naruto then's like, Mei is like, okay, Shikamaru Nara, I'm pretty sure you know the Shadow Possession Jutsu, right? And Shikamaru's like, yeah. And she's like, Naruto's like, okay, we'll try to bring them to the ground instead of the trees, and then you can Shadow Possession them, and we'll take Sasuke back. And Shikamaru's like, this plan might work, but at the same time it's dangerous. We don't know the other four's abilities, or the other 5. And Naruto's like, it's fine, I'll do this. Who's a close range fighter here? And then of course Choji puts his hand up and says, I can use the body expansion jutsu. And he's like, yeah, okay, us two. And Kiba's like, I can use the Fang over Fang. And those 3 will be the main attackers, and Neji will be the one to actually block their chakra points once their shadow possession, and Itachi will be the one to finish them off. So this plan would actually work. And how they start is that Choji actually uses the body expansion jutsu and tries to break the branches, and then Naruto breaks a few of them, and a few of the sound. Well, 2 of the sound will get paralyzed, possessed with the shadow possession jutsu. Yeah, it was the fat guy. I forgot his name. I don't really care. And Tayuya, pretty sure. The crazy woman. Anyway, them 2 get paralyzed, and then next is Kiba with the Akamaru, who both of them actually take down the other 2 Soundful and Suigetsu. And Naruto is the last one against Jugo. All he has to do is break the branch, but Jugo, once he actually does it, Jugo actually jumps up really high, and he comes back down with a massive punch to Naruto's face. Naruto goes flying down to the ground, and there's a massive crater, which actually Naruto realizes that Jugo is no joke, and basically he's about to go, but then Itachi actually body flickered in front of him and kicked him back to the ground so hard that Jugo's skull would have broke if he got hit in the head. But of course Itachi actually kicked him in the chest, so his rib cage is gone. So yeah, so they're all possessed, and Naruto then takes Sasuke back, and what happens is that pretty much all of them are dead. Well, I'm joking. Suigetsu actually, once Itachi actually uses the Great Fireball to incinerate them, Suigetsu actually turns into water and is able to escape. Jugo wasn't killed because Jugo entered his Curse Mark 2 state right before, as soon as the Fireball hit, and he activated and he survived, and he's in his rage state. So he attacks Shikamaru, which Naruto actually comes in the way and blocks it. Well, Naruto and Neji uses the palm rotation, and which actually doesn't work. He actually gets broken through, and he's about to get punched, but then Naruto comes in, teleporting towards him. Yes, Naruto put a ceiling formula on him when Jugo actually punched him in the face. He's actually able to put one, tapping him on the arm. And yeah, so he teleports there with the Rasengan ready, and Rasengans him to oblivion. And there was a massive, there was a cloud of smoke. Smoke. And this is when Jugo disappeared, and he actually escaped. Of course, the Sandford were taken. The bodies of the Sandford were taken back to the village to be examined on how. Since they all had the curse mark and Jugo transformed somehow, they were confused and they wanted to understand this. And of course, Tsunade knows about Orochimaru's gimmicks. You know how he experiments on people and he makes them strong somehow. Anyway, then Sasuke is rescued, and Sasuke is grateful for everyone, even though he's not the type of guy to be really grateful but he is changed here, and he doesn't hate everyone, he only hates his brother. And now he thanks Mei and Goto, and he's really happy to see them again because those two actually changed him quite a bit. And now he's training with Kakashi, who's teaching him how to do the Raikiri and everything, and he is actually developing a new lightning technique. It's called the Kirin. He's actually developing it, but it's really hard since he still needs a surefire way to actually make it, because it's unless he even though he can use fireball jutsu in the air, he really wants to do it much faster in case the situation is pretty If the situation is a crisis situation, he has to do it fast, and he doesn't have the time to do all the hand seals and then do a fireball jutsu, then wait for the cloud to become a bit bigger, and then actually get ready to do the queuing. That takes way too long, and he's trying to make it faster, and he's trying to do it much faster. He's actually training on how to, because there are ways to do jutsus without hand seals. Don't ask me how. There will be a way. I am the plot armor anyway. So of course he's trying to learn how to do the fireball jutsu without any hand seals, so it's much faster. And yeah, of course the Kirin doesn't really need any hand seals, does he? I'm not sure. In the Valley of the End, I'm pretty sure he just done it because like, yeah, why not? And against Itachi, he just put his hand up and feel the thunderclap. Anyways, feel the thunderclap. Anyway, so of course another year passes, and Jiraiya and Jiraiya, Naruto, and Itachi actually return to the village with information about the Akatsuki. And just saying, of course Naruto did make friends with Gaara, like in the original. And once they actually come back, it's been a year and a half to be exact. And when they actually come back, it was a day before, the Gaara getting captured thing. Yeah, so they actually found out more information about the Akatsuki, their plans, and their objective to capture all the tailed beasts. And Naruto actually overheard the conversation between two Akatsuki members. He didn't want to attack them, but he actually was spying on them while hiding his presence, and they're like, oh, can't believe it. We have to capture them all one by one, from 1 to 9 tails. This is going to be so long. And it was actually Hidan and Kakuzen. Wait. So Naruto now knows that the first target of the Akatsuki would be Gaara, because he heard Kakuzen and Hidan. He doesn't know their names, but he heard those two. And they go back to the leaf, and Naruto actually warns tells Tsunade. And Tsunade says, okay, I will let the Kazekage know. And she actually lets the Kazekage know, but while she was actually writing the letter, a letter came to her at night, in the morning, when she was about to send the letter. An eagle came, or a falcon, whatever they used to send letters, and he said that the Kazekage got captured. And of course Tsunade goes and tells Naruto, Team 7, Kakashi, and of course Jiraiya and Itachi. And Naruto gets pissed that they captured Gaara without him even knowing. Like, man just came back and he's like, I'll protect Gaara, let me warn them. And next thing you know, he's already captured. So he's kind of pissed off at himself. For instead of coming to the leaf, he should have went to the sand, so he could have protected Gaara himself. And so Naruto, the Gaara rescue arc begins like this. So now Naruto is just saying, in Shippuden, if anyone's wondering. So Naruto is pretty pissed at himself for doing this, and at the same time he's pissed off at the Akatsuki, and he wants to pretty much murder them for capturing Gaara. But of course they have to get to the sand first, and this time the teams are kind of separate. Of course Team 7 gets sent because of Kankuro, but other than that, Goto, Mei, and Jiraiya are there to actually go and rescue the Kazekage, while the Team 7's there for backup. Of course it's Sai, Sakura, and Sasuke, and Kakashi, and they're just there for backup, while the other three will take care of the Akatsuki members. Anyway, so Naruto's team actually heads off first, and then a few minutes later, Team 7 heads off as well. And of course, Naruto, Jiraiya, Itachi and Naruto, yeah, they are actually faster than the others, because they they do know Sage Mode, and their speed is mad. And of course, Naruto could just then realizes that he actually has a sealing formula on Gaara, and what he does is that he actually tells his team and Team 7 as well that he could just teleport his team to Gaara, and they actually decide to do that. And yeah, so of course they don't know how well. For according to the Sand Village, there were two people who attacked Gaara, and who were actually taking Gaara away according to Conqueror, but they don't know if there's many people there, but they risked it. And before they do that, before they did that, I mean, what happened is that Naruto, Jiraiya, and Itachi, they all went into Sage mode, and Sasuke was like, wait, what is this? And as soon as they disappeared, Kakashi kept to be honest, Kakashi and the team actually went before them, but Sasuke looks back and sees them just meditating for some reason, and he's like, what are they doing? And Kakashi is like, they're gathering nature energy to go into Sage mode, and blah blah blah. He explains Sage mode to Sasuke. He's like, that's pretty interesting. And anyways, Naruto and Jiraiya and Itachi actually teleport to the hideout, and it seems that there's only two people who are actually there. The rest are just holograms, doing the sign to, seal away the Jinchuriki. Well, not the Jinchuriki, seal away the tail beast. And of course now, Naruto is there, and what he does is that he actually throws a kunai at Deidara, who actually has to dodge, and he lets go of the seal. Well, he actually undoes his hands, the sealing thing. So the sealing is stopped, and of course it's interrupted, and Gaara's falling down now. Naruto catches him and realizes Gaara's not dead. I'll say that only half of Shukaku got sealed away, and yeah, so Gaara's left with half Shukaku, and I'll say that the yin side remained, the yang side actually got sealed away. So Shukaku is actually kinda here, because yin and yang. I'm just basing it off of Kurama. You know how the yin side is kinder than the yang side. The Naruto side is pissed, while the other sides that are CBA. What's the point of fighting if I'm always gonna lose? I'll always be sealed. Might as well just work together. Anyway, yeah. So Gaara's still out cold, and Naruto's pissed, and he lets out some of the Nine Tails chakra. He's actually in the One Tails cloak. Remember, Naruto could actually control it, up to 4 tails now, but he only lets out 1 tails, and his eyes actually have both Sage mode and the Chroma eyes, so it's kind of weird. And Naruto attacks Deidara because he knows that the one that the blonde one captured Gaara, and he actually attacks Deidara and captures him. Well, no, sorry, I got confused there. He attacks Deidara. He blitzes him with body flicker. Remember, Naruto's body flicker is actually on par with Shisui's right now, because Naruto has been training for years with Itachi, and Itachi's one's actually on par with Shisui's as well, because he's been training just to keep the legacy of the body flicker. Anyway, Shisui the teleporter. Naruto's literally the teleporter because he can use the flying Raijin. And what happens is that Naruto has a Rasengan already readied up, and he smashes it into Deidara. And remember, this is not a normal Rasengan, it's a Rasengan with Sage mode, so it's much stronger than an average Rasengan. It hit pretty freaking hard, so hard that it actually blew off the right side, the right arm of Deidara. So Deidara only has his left arm now, and he decides to keep fighting. Of course, Sasori actually tried to help Deidara, but in the end he was intercepted by Jiraiya, and Jiraiya's spike here, he actually used as a shield to shield Naruto. And then Itachi appeared out of nowhere, actually kicked, like Sakura, how she scissor kicked, there we go, scissor kicked Sasori, and Sasori's shell I forgot the name. It's pretty irrelevant, but his shell breaks and Sasori has to come out. And what he does is that he realizes that this is Jiraiya, the legendary Sanin, and he doesn't know the other two because this is Naruto's woman form. And yeah, so Naruto's fighting in his woman form, and what happens is that of course, in the end, Deidara dies. Naruto is able to obliterate the hell out of him, because remember, Naruto can use the sharingan, not both, only one, but he can use it without side effects when he's in this chroma state form. So he actually used his Mangekyo to actually engulf his cloak with, well, to actually summon the seasonal drill that Itachi, Shisui had, and drill the hell out of, and spike the hell out of, drilled and spiked the hell out of Deidara, and Deidara's fully dead. He's gone. He doesn't do the C4 thing, the C3. Who cares? He's dead now. And now it's the only one left is Sasori, who Sasori actually uses his 100 puppets or 1,000 puppets. I'm pretty sure it's 100. Fam, I don't want to get this one wrong. This is important. Yes, sorry guys. It was 100 puppets. He uses 100 puppets jutsu, and all three of them are. It's nothing to them, because these three can go up against Pain, the 6 paths of Pain, and beat them individually. And of course, Sasori stands no chance, but in the end, he's forced to use his third Kazekage puppet, and even that one gets destroyed by Naruto himself. Naruto's pretty freaking strong. And just saying, Sakura has been training under Tsunade, because she realizes that Sai has always been strong, and he gets stronger every day because he trains as well. And Sasuke is getting stronger, and she doesn't want to get left behind by her teammates Sai and Sasuke. So she trained with Tsunade, and she's a medical ninja. And by the time the fight finishes, which took it didn't even take more than 15 minutes, but the fight is over, and Naruto actually carries Gaara back to the Sand Village, while Team 7 still arriving. But then Naruto realizes that he has a sealing formula on Sasuke, so what he does is he teleports to Sasuke, and then he tells them to all of them hold your hands, or just hold each other's shoulder, and they do that, and Naruto teleports them to the Sand Village, so it's faster. Well, they teleport to Gaara, who's in the hospital resting, and besides Gaara, the Conqueror was there, and Conqueror then in the end was healed. And this time Chio actually changed the ideals, realizing that she actually realized that this woman, well, Naruto, her name is Mei here, she actually saved Gaara, and she works for the Leaf Village, even though she's not a Leaf Shinobi. But the Leaf Shinobi actually helped out Kankuro, and she actually changed her mind about the Leaf and the Sand Shinobi, and she thinks they're all good now. The new generation, well, to be exact, not the old generations, because the old generations were pretty effed up anyway. So the Gaara rescue arc actually finished much faster, and this time Naruto actually tells them as well, and what he does is that he leaves a few sealing formulas, well, a sealing formula and Kazekage Tower, so if anything happens and he's alerted of it, or he knows about it, he can teleport there to help. And he left a sealing formula on Kankuro and Temari, and a few other people. Well, only the Sand siblings have it, and in case something happens or they need help, yes, so they can teleport to them. Well, he can teleport to them. And anyways, of course, now while that was all happening, they actually head back to the village 3 days later. So now they take another 3 days to return to the village. So in 6 days, of course, this is the time. Well, this is a bit before. While that was happening, I meant while they were returning, Asuma and his Team 10, were actually in the middle of a fight against Hidan and Kakazu. And of course, here Asuma dies, and this is where Shikamaru gets his character development, even though he wasn't as early as the other one, well, his original one. It came sooner, better later than never. So he still got his character development. Of course, Ino and Choji actually got it as well in the end, because they just realized that a ninja can die anytime, and this is exactly what happened to Asuma. He thought he was going to survive, but in the end he got fucked. Oh shit, I swear. I'm sorry. Oh no, I swear again. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't like swearing anymore, even though I do swear quite a bit. But it is what it is. I don't swear in videos. I try to keep it PG as PG as possible. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, of course, in the end, you know, the reinforcements that they asked for, they came after Asuma died. If they just asked, well, even Naruto would have came after, because he doesn't have any sealing formula on them. Of course, they returned to the village. Asuma has, well, everyone has well, Asuma's funeral happens as per normal, and now Naruto actually is told about this. And just saying, Naruto has already developed the Rasen Shuriken and multiple different types of Rasengan, because they found out that he has multiple chakra natures. Right now he only has 3. Only only is an understatement. He has 3, because he doesn't have the full Kurama. Well, Kurama is still not cooperating with him. When he cooperates with Naruto, well, they become friends. He'll be able to use all 5 chakra natures, because that's when he achieved all 5 chakra natures once he achieved KCM, or maybe Rikodoi Senin, you know, the sage 6-path sage mode. I'm not sure, but I'll do some research anyway. Now, Naruto already knows the Vanishing Rasengan, the Water Prison Rasengan, or the Water Needle Rasengan, also the Rasen Shuriken, and he can actually combine a few. For example, a Vanishing Rasen Shuriken, which is actually pretty freaking OP, a Water Rasen Shuriken, which actually makes the thing go faster and much sharper, and it actually causes a massive explosion and a hurricane at the same time. Well, not a hurricane, a typhoon on the opponent, and he has an AoE effect where thing, and of course, if he well, the AoE is actually having water on the battleground as soon once the Rasengan explodes, and then he can use lightning stream to actually paralyze the opponent. I'm pretty sure. No wait, I'm pretty sure I gave him all 5 chakra natures. I'm sorry if I did. If I did, I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. He has the Fire Phoenix Jutsu, and also he already had the all the other type of Rasengans, but of course I'm re-mentioning them now, because it has been like 2-3 weeks since I made the part 5. It's been 2 weeks since part 5, and I'm pretty sure like nearly 4 weeks since part 4. Yeah, sorry guys, I was actually occupied with other what ifs anyway, but I'm back, and this will be an hour what if anyways. Of course, Naruto was actually about to leave when he heard of this, and just saying, there was no bridge arc since Sasuke is in the village, and this time Team 7 plus Naruto, no one else, just him, well, Mei, was actually told to go help Team 10. Of course, here Kakashi really wasn't tired, so Kakashi went as well. It's just that there was a new addition, and Sasuke actually kind of liked Mei. Well, not in a romantic way, just because she helped him change his ways, even though he still hates Itachi, and he's still planning his murder. He's trying to get stronger, because right now he believes he's still not strong enough, because Mei, well, he doesn't even know where he is. There was no information about Itachi over the past few years, and yeah, no Naruto, but he believes they're still alive. It's just that Naruto's right next to him, traveling with him to help out Team 10. Of course, in the end, they actually intercept Kakuzu and Hidan, and just saying, they actually captured the 2 and 3 tails and 4 tails by now. Orochimaru and Kisame were actually able to capture the 4 tails. I'm pretty sure by now 5 tail beasts were already sealed. I don't really care. I don't care. Literally, I don't really care. Because it's the plot is working. Anyways, what am I talking about? Naruto, Team 7, Sai as well. So here they actually split up. Of course, here Sasuke and Sakura actually go with Shikamaru, while the rest stay to fight off Kakuzu. Kakuzu. Sorry, I kind of got confused. Hidan went with was the one that Shikamaru was after, and in the end Shikamaru actually kills him on his own. He tells the others to just only interfere if he's about to die, but in the end he actually was able to beat them, and together Sasuke, Kakashi, Sai, Ino, and Choji, and also Mei, Naruto, were able to beat the hell out of Kakuzu. Ino really didn't do anything. Choji actually helped in defense. He blocked a few wind attacks with his body expansion jutsu on his hand, even though he was bleeding a bit. Well, quite a lot, but still, it wasn't as bad as what could have happened. Them getting annihilated right there with that wind net jutsu. I don't even know. It's a Temari. I'm pretty sure the wind net jutsu is from Temari's, but it was from a NXP card anyway. Whatever. Who cares? In the end, Naruto and Kakashi actually do a combined attack. Naruto does a Rasen Shuriken, and Kakashi actually adds his lightning release to it. Even though Naruto could have done it himself, he actually tells Kakashi to do it. So it's actually stronger than since Naruto might be have mastery over these 4 techniques, but I'm just saying he has the Fireball Rasengan. But he wants Kakashi has known how to use lightning release way before he was born. So his lightning release, he's a master of lightning. He's a better master. He has better mastery over lightning release than Naruto, so he asked him to engulf his Rasengan with his Chidori, the lightning blade, and his lightning got absorbed by the Rasengan, with the Rasen Shuriken, and Naruto actually threw it at Kakuzu, and he disappeared, and Kakuzu started laughing, saying that, "Is that all you can do, you brats? You guys are not gonna beat me. I'll kill you right now." And then basically, the Rasengan actually hit, because it became a vanishing Rasen Shuriken after Naruto and Kakashi combined it. And just saying, the Rasengan was much stronger than normal. Well, the vanishing Rasengan was much stronger than Naruto's one, because he had a stronger lightning release added to it, and he actually paralyzed Kakuzu on the spot. As soon as he hit, he got paralyzed. That's how strong he was, and then he got annihilated by the wind release thing. Anyways, so Kakuzu got fricked, and in the end they all met up, and they actually won the fight, and Asuma was avenged. And so and now we're actually heading towards the end of Naruto Shippuden, if you guys have noticed, because after the Asuma fight, I'm pretty sure it was the pain arc. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the pain arc afterwards. I am 100% sure. Anyways, now, while that was happening, of course, Itachi and Jiraiya actually found out about the location of Pain, and Jiraiya wanted to go and see, because apparently he had the Rinnegan, and the only person he knew who had the Rinnegan was Nagato, and he wanted to know if it was Nagato, the leader of the Akatsuki, and he couldn't wait anymore. And Itachi actually wanted to do something else. Itachi did tell Jiraiya that he wants to fight Sasuke, and Naruto has to be with him, because he wants to tell Sasuke all the truth. He finally had he thinks that Sasuke is old enough to understand now, and so what happens now is that they're actually kind of separate ways, and Naruto knows that Jiraiya is his godfather by now, and he knows that the fourth is his real father, and Kushina was his mother. So mother. Yo, what? I'm bugging anyway. So now we Naruto returns, and he gets the news that Jiraiya will be going on his own. Him and Itachi will be telling Sasuke something, and anyways, so they make up a plan where Itachi actually sends a letter. Well, they actually tell Tsunade first. Tsunade disagrees with the pain thing, but she agrees with the Itachi's thing, because this has to be done, or Sasuke will never be able to get stronger. And she believes that Sasuke deserves to know the truth. He can't be left in the dark forever. Once he finds out, and if he finds out from someone else, he's definitely gonna go against the Leaf Village. So, and just saying, Itachi was actually going blind by now, because he might have been healed, fully, but he's still going blind. It doesn't mean that Tsunade can't stop the Mangekyo Sharingan's side effects. Same as Sasuke, he's actually kind of losing some vision, and he realizes that if this keeps going, Sasuke and him will go blind, and in the end they can't switch eyes. And he actually decides to switch eyes because they both need the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan to actually continue on living or being a shinobi. Because if they go blind, it's going to be hard for them to be a shinobi, and I don't think a blind shinobi will be good in a fight anyway, or in a mission. So Itachi actually sends a crow with a message to Sasuke one night, and just saying Jiraiya actually left, same as Mei and Goto, and he tells him to go to the Uchiha hideout, the where the fight actually really happened, Uchiha hideout, in 2 days. And this was actually a day before Jiraiya's fight against Pain, and Naruto actually wanted to go with Jiraiya. That's why he asked to wait one more day, but of course Jiraiya said no. But then he got convinced by Itachi saying that, come on. And yeah, so what happens is that Naruto and Itachi wait the next day. Well, in 2 days. And in 2 days they wait in the hideout. And Sasuke actually appears on his own, because Tsunade actually knew about what was going to happen, so she allowed it, and Sasuke actually sneaked out. Of course, Kakashi actually got to know this as well, because Jiraiya decided to tell Kakashi as well, because if he sees Sasuke leaving to go somewhere else, he'd get suspicious and try to stop him, but now he can't, because he knows the whole entire truth, where Naruto really is and everything. So even the third Hokage agreed with this. Danzo is left in the dark about it, because Danzo doesn't deserve to know, and he will die soon, because I want him to freaking die anyway. Naruto and Sasuke are waiting. Well, Naruto and Itachi. Naruto's actually not showing himself, and Itachi, once Sasuke actually appears, Itachi actually says, "Younger brother, you actually came. I'm happy to see you again." And Sasuke is like, "Where's Naruto?" And basically, he's screaming at him, saying, "Where's Naruto? Tell me where he is." And of course, Itachi's like, "I cannot tell you, Sasuke. I need to tell you the truth before I tell you where Naruto is." And Sasuke's like, "Tell me if he's alive or not now, or I'll kill you." And Itachi's like, "Even if you tried killing me, little brother, I wouldn't allow it." And basically, Sasuke actually tried to blitz him, but this is when Itachi actually put him in the Genjutsu and showed him what really happened. And Sasuke actually understood now. He was crying on the ground. His Mangekyo was activated already, and he was crying and asking, "But so wait, you didn't want to do it?" And Itachi was looking at him with tears in his eyes, saying that, "I should have told you earlier. It's not your fault. It's all my fault. And the only reason I did this is to protect you and Naruto. I'm sorry, Sasuke. Please forgive me." And basically falls to his knees and asks for forgiveness. But of course, in the end, Naruto actually appears as well and says, "Sasuke, do you now understand? You should." That's why Mei and Goto actually tried to put you in a different path. He explains everything, and Sasuke is stunned that Naruto's there, and he actually helps. Naruto actually goes up to him and hugs him, saying that I'd never leave you, because you're like my brother. You're like a brother to me, and now you're technically my uncle, since Itachi actually adopted me. And Sasuke was like, wait, not what? And basically, in the end, they all make up, and there was no real big fight here, since they tried to avoid the fight, because they need to be ready to go to the Rain Village. Well, Naruto has to, because if there was a fight, Naruto would have to fight as well to protect his father, basically, from his uncle. It sounds weird. Anyway, in the end, Itachi actually explains that to Sasuke why he actually wants to do something with him, and Sasuke's like, wait, what do you want to do with me? And basically, he pulls out both his eyes and says, Sasuke, let's switch eyes. And Sasuke's like, wait, what? Why? And he explains that if they switch eyes, they can gain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and they won't go blind anymore. And Sasuke pulls his eyes out immediately, and they both switch. Even though they need an eye transplant, they just plug it in them, and they still need healing. So Naruto actually teleports to them to the Leaf Village, where Jiraiya was actually still there, because Jiraiya returned just for the last time in case he died. But of course he's taking Naruto with him, so it's fine. And Jiraiya, well, Itachi wants to go, but he can't now because his eyes are gone for a full week. And yeah, so the eye transplant happened manually without any transplantation or anything. So Tsunade was pretty pissed at them, saying, why didn't you just come back to the village first, and then I could have transplanted them myself, you idiots. Now it's going to take longer for you to heal, a week now. Usually it will take like 5 days anyway. So Tsunade gets to the healing in the hospital while Naruto is getting ready for the next day. And just saying, Naruto is in his normal state because no one really saw him. And this is when Shikamaru actually walked in the room. He wanted to ask something to the Hokage, but the Hokage was out, and he sees Naruto talking to Jiraiya and the Shizune, and he sees Naruto. Is like, wait, hold up, aren't you Naruto? And just saying, he knows Naruto because he actually didn't mind him in the first year of the academy. Well, for the few weeks he was there, he still remembered him because he disappeared out of nowhere. And Naruto's like, oh, hey, Shikamaru, and then realized that he's in his Naruto form. He's like, oh, god damn it. And basically he explains everything, and Shikamaru's like, interesting. So wait, you're pretty overpowered then, since you know the flying Raijin, the technique. Well, Shikamaru had to find out because I like Shikamaru. He deserves to find out because he's one of my favorite characters. Shush. Anyway, the next day, Naruto actually says goodbye to Itachi and Sasuke because they were in the hospital. They were actually resting up for their eyes to recover, while him and Jiraiya have to head out today to the Rain Village. And Itachi just tells both of them just stay safe, and Sasuke said, you better not die, Naruto. And Naruto said, yeah, sure, bro. And Naruto and Jiraiya head out, and they get to the Rain Village within 3 days. Let's make it 4. And they actually, they infiltrate the village, and they get intercepted by the 6 Paths of Pain and Conan. And of course Jiraiya's like, Yahiko, how do you have the Rinnegan? And then he sees Conan, but then Conan just dispels herself with papers. She becomes paper butterflies, and she goes off. She's like, no, I'm sorry. And yeah, so of course Pain gives this little speech like, Jiraiya Sensei, I see you're here to find out why I'm part of the Akatsuki, right? And Jiraiya's like, yes. Now tell me, Yahiko, what happened to you? And basically, Pain says, I'm not Yahiko anymore. I am Pain, and the only reason I am in the Akatsuki is to achieve your lifelong dream. Peace, Jiraiya Sensei. Now, why are you here? And Jiraiya's like, Yahiko, what happened to you? How did you have the Rinnegan? What happened to Nagato? Where is he? And Yahiko says, that's none of your business. Well, of course, Pain says, that's none of your business, Jiraiya Sensei. We stopped being your students a decade ago. More than that. So now, either you leave or you die. And basically Jiraiya's like, I'm not leaving until you tell me what really happened to you guys. And he's getting pissed. And just saying, they're both in Sage mode. And Naruto's like, wait, Jiraiya Sensei, they were your students? And basically, this is where I'm going to end it off, because the fight is going to be a pretty good one. It's going to be different from the original, that's for sure. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs there, and also please subscribe to Ratreet and Miniman123 on YouTube. Also like, share, and subscribe, and follow Shokiro on Instagram. He's an amazing artist. He's one of my best friends, IRL as well. We hang out quite a lot. Even Ratreet hangs out with us. That prick runs away from a pit bull, a bulldog, whatever, and leaves me behind to die. Anyway, pussy. Sorry. And please follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want. Join my Discord server. All links are down in the description below. And also comment down if you enjoyed this part. And we're on the road to 5k subscribers by the end of this year. Also, I just hit 4.6k. I'm really grateful to you guys. Let's try to get to 4.7k by the end of August. Anyways, please take care, stay safe. Have an amazing afternoon, morning, night, evening, whichever time zone you're in. And hope you will watch this video fully, because you won't understand the next part if you didn't. Well, that's for all parts. Anyways, my ducklings, you're off for today. And peace. I'll see you next time.